Happy birthday to you, even if it's not your real birthday. Well, happy World Mental Health Day to you as well. And the reason I say happy birthday to you, even if it's not a real birthday, is because every day is the first day of the rest of your life. So welcome to the first day of the rest of your life. And every day, therefore, every day is your birthday if you celebrate life. Kind of messed that first bit up. You know what I meant. If you've ever watched one of my lives before, you'll have seen it all before. Anyway, got a bit of a long one today. I'm hoping I can try and keep it short still, because I've got a lot of birthdays to do, because it's been 4 days since I last did my live. I've been packing and travelling and saying goodbye to people up in the Isle of Skye. As you can see, well, maybe you can't tell, but I'm not in the Isle of Skye anymore. I'm currently in Glasgow, or just in East Kilbride, actually just south of Glasgow. So we had a lovely journey through the mountains down here yesterday, and we're heading back to Cirencester very shortly. In fact, that's why I'm kind of rushing to do this quickly today. But got to say some happy birthdays first of all, and then we're going to talk about how life is a roller coaster, which comes from a guy called Abby, who we met in an Indian restaurant just across the way here, that way actually, called Spice here in East Kilbride. Thoroughly recommend it. And also there's a Thai restaurant called Pippa, I think it was, which we had food at last night as well. Fantastic, all good. Cool. Anyway, so we'll talk about life as being a roller coaster in a minute. But first of all, let's say happy birthday to people whose real birthdays it is over the last 4 days. And I've got some very special people knocking about in here as well. First of all, Tony V from, anyway, I'm not going to go into it in too much detail about anybody, but Tony V from Nick James's group. Happy birthday to you, Tony. Karen Nash, Victoria Maskell, Zarina Musa, who's actually probably one of my oldest friends. So happy birthday to you, Zarina. Still looking as beautiful as ever. Hope you're having a lovely weekend. Yes, it's Sunday today, isn't it? Yes. Murray Browning as well. Must catch up, Murray. I haven't seen you for ages. I hope you're well and life is going well. Yesterday, Saturday, Delith, Samantha. I've got Samantha. I've got on here. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be Samantha, but Samantha anyway. Jessica Flesher, Andy Raying, Hannah Leffingham, and Claire Brazener. Happy birthday to you guys all for yesterday. Hope you're well, Claire. Saw you at the food festival earlier in the year. Nice to see you. Happy birthday today. From Friday, Alice Joffrey, who I met recently, French lady, very cool, very much enjoying your lives. Keep it going, Alice, well done. Hayley Hilton, who looks after pets, does pet massage, I think, is that right, Hayley? Hope you're well. Anyway, Chrissy Adcock, fellow tall person like me, Sarah Jolly Jarvis, Karen Brown, Deborah Fielding, Joe Bretteridge, and Ben Lightfoot, my cousin. Happy birthday to all of you people for Friday, from Friday, that was that from Friday. And from Thursday, long time ago, Lauren Sanford, Dave Hall, Safe, Rehan, Janet Tarasovsky, there you go, Leslie Beadley, and Ben Altcroft. So happy birthday to all you guys from all the way back on Thursday. I hope you had a lovely day and you're having a lovely weekend this weekend. Happy birthday to all of you people, and everybody else who's watching this, who's not real birthdays it is today, but for whom today is the first day of the rest of your life. It is World Mental Health Day today, and I've had a couple of interesting conversations over the last couple of days with a couple of people that have made me feel, I've just touched it's a pine tree I'm up against, and I've got all this sticky pine stuff all over my fingers now, which is not helpful at all. Oh my goodness gracious me. Yes, sticky fingers now. Okay, so life is like a roller coaster. This came from a guy called Abby last night, who I met at the Spice Lodge. He said, what do you do for a living? I said, I help people get off antidepressants. And he said, oh my God, that's amazing. Hello, Michaela. Thanks for watching. That's fantastic. And he said, oh my God, that's amazing. He had a bit of an up and down time himself. He was telling us all about the processes he went through on this whole thing. And then he came out with this line, which is kind of cool. It's like, life is like a roller coaster. You have your ups and you have your downs, but the whole thing is a journey, and you can get to enjoy the whole thing if you choose to enjoy it. If you choose to relax and just enjoy the ride, rather than getting just terrified about the life of a roller coaster. Because some people get on a roller coaster and they absolutely hate the whole experience. They're like, oh, this is terrible, this is terrible. There's nothing you can do about it. Once you're on the roller coaster, may as well just enjoy it, and may as well just have fun, and turn that terrified fear thing into excitement instead, and just enjoy the ride, because there's nothing you can do about it. You're in your life, you're having your life, you're the only person you've got is yourself, so may as well just enjoy life. Stop being miserable and dragging yourself down constantly. Stop telling all the negative stories from your past. Choose to tell all the positive stories and more positive stories going forward. Look for the good stuff that's going on in your life rather than all the negative stuff that's going on in your life. It is World Mental Health Day today. This is a very important message in that respect. And that's exactly what Abby was saying last night, is saying, got to look for the good stuff. He was saying about his birthday last year. It was supposed to be his 50th last year, and he wanted to have a big party. He couldn't have a big party. So instead he spent money on some people in India. He found a young man over in India who used to work for him. and said, go and find a local charity, tell me what they need, take them out for dinner or whatever it was, and he just spent money on that. And then the nuns who were looking after these kids said, is there any way you can help us with some hot water? And he said, yes, I can pay for that, I'll pay for your hot water. So that was his birthday present, was giving away to that and helping those people out in India, because it wasn't a lot of money for him, but it was a huge amount of difference it makes in their lives over there. So obviously that starts to make you feel good when you start giving back to society, to the people around you, start helping other people. That helps you as well, because it gives you that good sense of feeling of success and moving forward. So those are the highs and the lows. The highs and lows. You can see other people in the low points, help them out so they can feel the highs, and that's just life. Life goes up and down. I talk about this all the time as well. It's like a heartbeat as well. The heartbeat goes beep, beep, beep. What happens when your heart gets a beep, beep in a heartbeat? You get beep, death. You're dead. There's no life going on. There's no life. If you want life, you have to have the ups and downs. The beep, 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 beep. Makes life exciting. I talk about how when I talk about my 15 pillars, it's like the foundations of your life, and if you can raise up those 15 pillars and do more of them more often, you can push up the average happiness in your life. So if you're feeling like miserable like this and a down day is like really horrible, wouldn't it be cool if you have some up days, you go, yay, I have happy up days. What happens if you were to push your average level of happiness up, so that in the future, a future down day is as good as what's currently a good day for you? That would be amazing, wouldn't it? And you can do that if I can help you do that through my program, helping you to see all these things in your life, adding these things into your life, getting out into nature, doing some exercise, eating the right food, mixing with the right people, feeding your brain with the right positive information and so forth, and not telling those negative stories that we do in the past as well. So something else I heard a couple of days ago, can't remember who said this, said you can't steer a car or a bike unless it's moving. You can't turn the steering wheel of a car. Well, you can kind of, but it's really hard. And same thing with bikes. Actually, even more important with a bike. The bike has to have momentum. It has to have movement. It has to be moving before you can start to steer it and you start to turn it in the right direction where you want it to go. You have to keep moving in the direction in order you to be able to move yourself and bring yourself to where you need to get to. Hello viewer, by the way, I can't see who the other viewer is, but hello to you as well. It's lovely to have you here. And a similar sort of thing, I saw somebody else, a similar sort of concept is you can't sail across the ocean unless you untie the boat from the shore. You have to untie the boat to be able to sail across the ocean. And it's a little bit like when I'm talking to people about getting off antidepressants, I'm saying those antidepressants are holding you to a sort of average okayness. But if you want to start enjoying life, you want to start having those ups and downs and being in control of those ups and downs, you kind of have to let go of those pills, because you don't need the pills. You don't need to be tied to a tree. You don't need to be tied to the shore. You can start to enjoy the oceans, but only once you've got the skills. I mean, you wouldn't take a boat and just untie it from the ocean and say, right, I'm going to sail across the ocean without learning how to row the boats and how to set the sail and run the motor and make some food and take some provisions with you and all that kind of stuff. You'd need all that preparation before you sail across the ocean. And that's exactly what I do in my programs, is to help you have all that preparation so that you can then go, do you know what, I'm not sure, I'm going to have a conversation with the doctor, I might be able to let go of these antidepressants and then go and enjoy life. Learn how to sail across the ocean. I talk about it being the art of uphill skiing. It's about learning how to ski rather than slipping on this slippery, slidey slope. If you know how to use a pickaxe, you know how to use your crampons, you know how to use a snowboard or a skis or whatever, you know how to use the button lift, you can get back up the slopes and so forth. This is all good stuff. This is all techniques, skills and skills, habits and techniques that I can teach you as part of my program. The other thing, only one more thing to finish off this thing. I was talking to a guy a couple of days ago, a guy called Howard, who's a friend of James's, whose house I've been staying in Skye. And he actually said something quite profound in amongst all his negative stories about his life. And we were all trying to say, look, there is some good stuff. Try to enjoy your life. But some people, when they've rewired their brains so much for negativity over their lives, it's very hard to change that momentum. It's like a car that's stuck on rails, and it's like you're trying to steer out of the rails. It's like you can't steer a train, for example. This train is on tracks. This is the way the train goes. You can't move off the tracks. You can't just steer your train. Oh, there's an interesting thing over there from the train. Let's go and visit and explore that. Or actually a bus. That was a good point. When I came from Inverness to Skye, and there was a bus, I was on a bus. The bus went from Inverness to Skye. And we went past some nice castles and some lakes and stuff. We couldn't just pull over and stop and have a look at these things. The bus was going. That's where the bus was going. I didn't have control of the bus. I didn't have the skills to be able to say, let's just turn off here. But because obviously when I've been driving down here with my friend Zoe, we've been able to stop and take pictures and go to cafes and stuff and just say, oh, let's just check this place out. It's fantastic. So yes, that's what you can do. You take control of your life. have the skills to be able to move forward and take those decisions. Anyway, well, one of the things that Howard said, which I thought was really profound, he was saying, if you go way back in history and look at like the first books that came out, and how the church was kind of against books because books were basically lies. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. And it's a similar sort of thing when movies came out. They say, oh, movies are just lies. And you go, oh, this is really interesting. This is a good point. And they are. And the same thing with porn and with video games. And even social media now. It's all a pretense. It's all a, here's the best life. Here's the best version of people's lives. And when you look at other people's social media and you look at movies and you look at books and so forth and you read them, it's this fantasy world. It's not real. It's not. And they've talked about this in porn, for example. People watching porn and then thinking this is what life is like in real life. And then they go into a relationship and they go, well, this isn't what I've seen on all the porn movies. And you go, well, no, obviously not, because it's real life. It's not how it is. It's a fantasy world. It's a made-up thing. It's the same with the literature. Even way back in the long past, it was just stories. But you have to recognise that. So you don't think this is how my life should be. This is how my world should be. If you recognise that all of these things are just fake, they are just stories. They're embellishments. They're polished pictures of the world. Same with social media. Look at people on social media. Look at me even now on social media. You're looking at me and you're going, oh, he's all happy, he's bubbly and fun, and he's out in the woods and stuff. And I'm actually freezing cold right now because it's cold. I forgot to put an extra layer on. It was raining on the way here, which is fine, but I was just getting cold and wet. And I'm in a bit of a rush and I'm running late and so forth. And I'm a little bit frustrated with my life at the moment. So this is all negative. But you see this positive view here and you think, oh, John's life is amazing. I've been on Sky for 4 weeks. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah, but part of that is I haven't got any money. It's like I can't afford to do things. I didn't have a car, so I had to run to 2 miles to the store to get food, and then carry it back. And a couple of times it was pouring with rain while I was carrying the food back from the shop for 2 miles across the moors of Scotland. That's not fun. If I'd had a car, it would have been easier. It was fun in a different kind of way. But the point is that you would have seen photographs of these beautiful views as I was walking back from the shop or to the shop, and all you get to see is the beautiful views. You see the rain, you see the rainbows. I did posts of some rainbows. Well, the rainbows only come because of the rain. So it's raining when I'm taking the photographs of the rainbows. So, it's all a polished look. It looks beautiful. It's not always the same behind the scenes, and we have to remember that. Especially on World Mental Health Day, we start looking at other people's lives and thinking, doing this compare-itis thing. My life is rubbish, everybody else's life looks amazing. Well, no, everybody's life has got bits of rubbish and bits of amazing. So long as we start recognising that and paying attention to that, then we can all live a much better, more happier, more content life, and being happy in our own lives. And we can enjoy that roller coaster going up and down and just saying, this is just life, this is part of life. The downs are a little bit of part of life, the ups are a bit of a part of life, and it's all just the fun of the fair. So go out, enjoy your life, enjoy Mental Health Day, World Mental Health Day, enjoy your Sunday. I know how long I've been talking. Hopefully I've kept it under 15 minutes because this is a good one. Nice bit of enthusiasm. Take care of yourselves, sending you loads of love. Happy birthday to all the real people in the world, all the people whose real birthdays it was, rather. Not the real people in the world, that's just ridiculous, isn't it? And take care of yourselves and have fun. One little breathing exercise before we go. Remember, my sticky fingers. Sticky fingers, can you see sticky fingers? Yeah. Blow out the one candle, breathe in 5 through those. Put this hand on your heart. I'm not going to do it because I've got sticky fingers. Holding your breath, light the candles on your left hand and say happy birthday to yourself. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to you. Do that 5 times. And if you want to know more about the extended version of that, let me know and I'll send you a link to some videos to teach you how to do that. Take care. Bye for now. Love you all. Have a happy Sunday. Hopefully speak to you tomorrow from Cirencester. Bye.